Krista, how's it looking? I see them set up.
Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. You can see them setting up behind me, Andrea and Bill. Look, I was here last year covering this and it was crazy for me then, but I've never had people actually running at me. People were really eager to get across this line this year. In my head, I'm on a beach somewhere, just laying out on a tropical island. But yeah, in reality, here I am in Lexington outside. The wind is really picking up. On the westbound side of 64, traffic is moving normally. As for the eastbound side, it is shut down to one lane. I'm told that could reopen fairly soon. Not exactly sure just when yet. As for the Mountain Parkway, this overpass is closed off. I just got a hold of David Sparks' arrest citation. Now, in it says that someone at the home on Flat Lick Road smelled an odor, and so they reported that, and not long later, police showed up to just look into that, and that was around 5 or so yesterday.
Did this guy get away?
Yeah, he did, Andrea and Bill, but police have an idea of what they're looking for. That's in part thanks to this surveillance video from the store. Now you can see the suspect point their gun at the store clerk. That's as they were grabbing a customer to force them behind the counter as well. Now, polling locations open at 6 this morning. Make sure that you have your ID ready. I brought it with me this time for the first time since I've been in Lexington. A bride-to-be was remembered in her hometown yesterday. 19-year-old Hannah Brooks was running errands on her wedding day just a few weeks ago when she was killed in a car crash. Krista Frost. So it is February 2nd, so that is Groundhog's Day. And like you said, we've been watching it. Look there. And so cute, so funny. And we do have an answer. A Berea family is asking for help adopting 9 kids. Holly and Scott Johnson are the legal guardians of 2 sets of siblings.
Krista, don't make fun of me. You keep making fun of me for not seeing Frozen yet. Not even the first one.
It's a good classic movie. You have Disney Plus, don't you?
I do.
See, look, we're going to have to get to work. This is ridiculous.
A father says his son was the target of a racial slur while at school.
But what has this Garrett County father even more outraged is how the situation was handled by his son's teacher.
Just trying to educate our children to the best of our ability and to let them know that you're going to encounter ignorance, lack of knowledge.
WKYT's Krista Frost talked to the father and the school's interim superintendent. She has our top story at 6.
There was somewhat of an altercation, verbal.
As there usually is between students, but this altercation about 2 weeks ago at Garrett County Middle School escalated.
One child called my child the N-word, and from my understanding, the teacher heard it, and then she proceeded to correct the child that said it and said that you're saying it inappropriately. This is how you say it.
It was just hours before school officials called parent Patrick Elkhorn. Then his child came home to tell him what happened.
And that's when I went to the superintendent's office, and he and I had a conversation about it. You have to give a person an opportunity to make a situation right.
Elkhorn waited a week as an investigation was conducted, and the result, per recommendation of the school lawyer?
We've written a letter of reprimand put in her folder, permanent folder, and we don't expect that to happen again.
Elkhorn isn't satisfied.
The punishment doesn't fit the crime, in my personal opinion.
After talking with the school attorney, the superintendent says only so much can be done to punish this teacher, and the reason?
She's a 21-year veteran teacher.
Tenure. However, the teacher did send a letter to apologize. In it, she claimed she repeated the word in class without thinking first.
Well, I'm not satisfied with a written apology from the language in the letter, because the language states that she used the N-word inappropriately. So my question is, when is it ever appropriate to use the N-word?
We asked the superintendent the same thing. His answer? Never. Alcorn says it comes down to an example that schools and teachers should be setting.
I don't really feel that there is any room in society, this is 2020, that we should be using that verbiage on either side of the fence.
In Garrett County, Krista Frost, WKYT.